Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is A Dark Cloud, an interesting graphic novel that was sent to us by the creator Sandra Wolff. I've had it in my hands for a little bit and wanted to make sure to get a review of it. So it's by Sandra, and then Jared Barel is the artist. So the story is about this young woman named Dark Cloud. She came from traumatic past. She doesn't really know all of it. It's sort of slightly revealed throughout the graphic novel. But she lives in this world that is clearly some post-apocalyptic warlords have risen up and taken over large parts of, gonna go with everything, but definitely the United States. She's living a fairly quiet life and then kind of gets pulled into a situation where, of course, a warlord wants to get even more powerful and do some horrible things, so she decides that she wants to stop it. It's an interesting graphic novel. It's good. It's I will say doesn't totally blow me away for a few reasons, but it's entertaining. It's good, and I think it's actually a pretty solid basis and start of a bigger world. The main characters we have Dark Cloud. She's got a robot named Cloud2. She has kind of like a mentor father named Ricardo. And then, of course, like the villains and some other side characters, and they're all decent. I'm like they're all fairly, not tons of depth to them, fairly stereotypical in that we've seen these characters a lot of times before, but they're overall decent. Like, to me, this reminds me a lot of I have to say it's a pretty average indie comic, and it's not meant as an insult, it's not meant necessarily as a negative. It tells the story fine. The art is good. There's a good flow to it. The world is, I think actually kind of interesting. Has a lot of potential to it. It's just it's very basic in what it does. There's nothing to me that takes it to that next level, and I think that's the biggest criticism I have of it. The world is the world, the characters, the situations. These are things we've seen many times before, and it's not necessarily that it's negative anyways, but the small interesting aspects aren't focused on enough, and there's not enough, I think, depth to the characters, enough like emotion, enough really kind of thrown out there to really make it stand out. This is a graphic novel I would expect to find in like an artist's alley, from someone that would stop and would check it out and potentially pick it up. So in that way, it's good. Like there's something interesting to it. But then again, like it also doesn't have anything that I think really stands out above the rest. So it's good. It's entertaining. It's a fun, popcorn read. But there's definitely more that can be done with it. The other thing that for me is the art isn't necessarily a style that I totally dig, and it's a personal thing. This isn't a complete knock on the art. We all have personal tastes of what we do and don't like. So this is done and I don't know exactly what the method is called, but they take like photos of actors and then it's kind of done, the art is done over them, which creates a really interesting style. But you get like backgrounds like this that I think I really do enjoy, like situations that look really good. I think, and even this looks really good. It's a weird thing that kind of reminds me of the period with video games where they had like actors playing it out with the shooting games. It has that style to it where I'm kind of into it, but it also takes me out a little bit because I think it hits my uncanny valley a little bit. It's some people clearly like it. Like it's not a negative thing. Overall, it's just, I think, a taste of whether or not you enjoy that style of art. And it's an interesting style. Like it's kind of cool. There's some back matter to it of how they actually go about that, which I actually think is actually really neat and definitely adds to the experience of the graphic novel. That part I actually really enjoy, and I thought it was cool to see because I've never seen that process before. So to be able to get a little bit of that, I think is really neat and worth it. But overall, like it's good. It's a good start. I mean, to me, the things I wish it did a little bit more was maybe give a little bit more background on some of the characters. They're all kind of cookie cutter. It's just it lacks, I think, the depth and the the character depth really to really take it to that next level. The dialogue is decent. There's some cheesy parts, but hey, action stories, you're gonna get cheesy parts. The flow is actually really good, and overall the story is good. It just needed that little bit more. So yeah, I mean, on like a scale that A letters, it's a good C plus. I think I would kind of give it. Well worth checking out. It's one, if you caught it at a convention, I would definitely say spend time, flip through it. Or you can find it at darkcloudonline.com is the other place. So yeah, I mean it was cool to read. It's an interesting read. I definitely like the how the do the production. That was actually really, really neat. So yeah, you can go get this. As I said, darkcloudonline.com. We'll see if there's other places to get it as well, but you can definitely get it there. I again want to thank Sandra for hooking us up with the review copy. We appreciate that. And of course, thank you all for watching. If you are into comics, graphic novels, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.